Sweaty first thing in the morning. Let's go.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay!
I'm sweating. This is Paka. This is my partner Eva. He just graduated last year, so he's helping us out because we need it. I need it.
You guys are showing here. It's all good.
I'm not really anything I move my feet, my hand will
I'm probably gonna go grab it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. My daughter sees me on the stage. I can see it. I don't know. Maybe they don't.
I did. I did not bring it. It's somewhere. It's definitely this. But now I'm doubting how it is here. I can't remember. This feels a little bit different, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah. Yes. When she contacted me, I was like, I haven't played like 10 years, but it's so hard. Yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
Great. And I should have started today too. We're just playing some taiko.
I don't know if I should. I'm thinking maybe I should
No. So I'm from California, but I've been living in Spain for almost 8 years. Yeah, where did you do your study abroad?
So that's why.
I love that.
There's a lot to learn. Nope, I'm all set. Thank you. Appreciate it.
So I have like a few we're locked in here. What? Yeah. I've just been banging on drums and it's actually sweaty. Huh? Did you play on the volleyball team? The same thing happened to be with golf. Because they needed people. I had never played golf before, and my senior year they started the women's team. And like I think they needed 5 of us. So like there were people who of course hadn't played before, and then me. I was like the first. It was cool, honestly. Like I liked it. It was fun. Like we went to a tournament, but in the end they only needed 4 people to participate in the tournament. So I didn't have to participate. So I was just in the golf cart, like riding around. It was fun. I imagine now like it's more developed and when I was here, they had me and I was like, no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, because like you have to maintain like your front arm straight, like when you're going back. Exactly. Like I grew up like playing baseball like in my front yard, like with my friends and family, so I was used to that. Are you a baseball fan? Which do you watch MLB? Or more so like Japanese? I'm a Dodger fan. Yeah, so like Shohei. I'm very spoiled. Yeah. We went 3 years ago, but they hadn't signed one more year. It was 2023. Yeah. Like I think later that year is when they signed. Maybe we can go to a game. Oh, okay. I should probably practice. Do you want to practice?
I'll start from the 4
Cute. You're like so good on the lap. Let's translate that. No, but I feel like each time we do it, like you're yeah, right?
Sorry, World Cup memes.
I was just gonna ask, are you enjoying this World Cup or not?
It says, remember, I said I would never get illusioned with you again. I lied.
I tell you, there's a joyfulness about this World Cup with all the, Cape Verde's making it. I mean,
I'm so happy for them.
There's
In
one
that group they were in, that's survival at its finest, right? And second place.
I know, it's crazy.
Incredible.
It's crazy. And they're the one with the 40-year-old goalie, right?
Yes.
Keeper? I'm sorry.
Rosinha. This was the Mexico game the other day in Santa Ana.
Oh my gosh, watch party.
So the breweries, everything was full. You couldn't get in. But then after they won, it was just chaos.
Just don't get hurt
For hours.
That's fun. And think about the World Cup, even if they're the opponents, fans are just like, they celebrate the sport, not like we beat you.
When Ecuador
Oh, yeah.
won, I felt Ecuador for 3 minutes, man.
Hey, country I don't want to be is Uruguay. I do not want to.
So you got that and that. Yeah.
And if each group's got like something like Norway now has that
Rowing thing. Yeah.
It's like,
Did you see them do it on the escalator?
no,
There's a clip of them. They're all sitting on the escalator doing it.
for the fans.
And you know the escalator's moving backwards, man, so it actually looks like they're rowing themselves up the escalator. It's hilarious.
But it's such a Viking meme, right? It's like, oh, I like that. That's pretty cool.
And other countries are adopting it.
And they had the players all doing it at the same time. And it was like the drum and whoosh.
Seen clips of little kids doing it in like daycares and then senior citizens doing it.
So I'm sure it's got a lot of Norway fans because of that.
They're Scottish drinking Boston Dry. Who does that? Who does that?
Yeah.
Well, I think he went down to Dallas and did the same thing too. But anyway, I'm
Thank you.
Oh, the doors are full too. How do they accommodate
Wait, is this preferred seating?
Or is it down here? Or you're four?
Yeah, 4.
I know. I think she's left, but she was like. So,
Good morning, everybody. If you could take your seats, we'll be getting started momentarily. Excited to be celebrating with you all in just a minute.
You feel sticky too?
It's like your t-shirt is like wet. And then you just shower 5 times a day.
I took my younger one to Tokyo last August.
Oh my god, you guys are old.
We would leave the hotel and then, you know, make it what it is. It is just like
I was like, what's the iPad for? When I saw you.
It's actually fine. It doesn't take funding goes down, administration
you don't get to choose.
now you have to and then sometimes you get
Where have you been so far? You know, well,
where were you born?
oh, in Kenya. That's cool. Did you like French? You speak French? I was trying to learn for 2 years. It's so hard. I thought I didn't learn anything until I heard a student who just graduated from France, and her mom and her brother were talking, and I contextually understood the conversation. I was like, oh good, it wasn't wasted. But I can't speak it. Would you like France? Would you like to go back to France? Maybe?
You wake up with 2 different mountains, huh? You kind of... Yeah. We were out on one side, and the other was... Gosh, I
Good morning! Welcome home, everyone! How does it feel to be back in our alma mater, our forever home? My name is Andy, and Andy Reeker from the class of 2006.
And I'm Demi from the class of 2016, and we will be your MCs for this morning's open session.
To start today, we want to get the classes to begin to get to know each other. So let's break the ice, classes of 2006 and 2016.
All right, everyone, so let's see who's made it back after 10 and 20 years. It's time for some friendly competition. So first, let's see which concentration showed up the strongest today. When I call your concentration, wave, cheer, clap, stand up. Okay, so first, international studies. Let's not. We're first on. Okay, second, next, social and behavior science. No booing, no booing. So, humanities. That's pretty good. And lastly, environmental studies.
Break the ice a little bit further. Want to hear from the crowd words that describe the class of 2006. Spicy. Banana. And for the class of 2016, words that describe you.
Gen Z.
Flash mob. Huh? Ohana.
Ohana.
Decent. Well, this weekend, we're celebrating a special milestone together. We hope that we can bring the Soka heart and culture of care as we make new friendships this weekend. And especially for those who couldn't join us in person but are watching via live stream, we welcome you and invite you to celebrate with us from wherever you are. Thank you so much for joining us.
So to begin our program this morning, we'd like to invite our class reps. So just Sok of the class of 2006 and Stuart Adams of the class of 2016 to share some welcome remarks.
All right, hello everyone.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. 06, are you here? Okay. Fellow alumni of the classes of 2006 and 2016, honored guests, cherished friends and family, welcome home. Today, we gather not merely as a former classmates, but as a family bound by a shared vision and unwavering commitment to the cause of humanity. Our theme, celebrating our shared roots, shaping our shared future, speaks to the very soul of who we are and who we are called to become.
All right, real quick. Where's 2016? All right. The first half of our theme, celebrating our shared roots, refers to a number of things. It most immediately refers to the shared experiences we had. like writing the first assignment of Core 100, sharing meals in the bistro with friends from around the world, and finally crossing that stage and stepping into the unknown future after graduation. It also refers to the roots of Soka education, which grew from a death-defying struggle against injustice carried out by Makaguchi and Toda and continued by our late founder, Daisaku Ikeda. For each of us, though, perhaps most importantly, these shared roots are the ideals we brought with us when we first walked into these doors, and the goals and dreams each of us left with when we left here 10 and 20 years ago. When we graduated, we left this shining city on a hill and went out and struggled among the people, both to earn a living and enjoy life, but also to change the world for the better. To make the most of the short time we have, to make a difference for our friends and family and for generations to come. I know that in the midst of challenging times, the dreams we had to change the world can take a backseat to the immediate needs of living. Let's not forget that only 6 years ago, a little more than half of the decade since the class of 2016 graduated, the world came to a grinding halt during the COVID-19 pandemic and in many ways has never recovered. In choosing celebrating our shared roots as the first part of our theme, we invite all of you to think back on the good times we shared together, the shared history we built and continues to sustain this university, as well as the ideals we had when we entered here, how our education shaped us, and the dreams we cherished as we went out into the world.
As we look toward the future, our shared future, we must ask ourselves, what is the promise of a Soka education in a world that desperately needs the humanism we espouse? In 2011, to celebrate the 10th anniversary of SUA's founding, our founder, Ikeda Sensei, wrote an original song titled The Light of Hope. Its words have become a rallying cry for our community. My young friends, I entrust my dreams to you. I'm counting on you to spread the light of hope. What does this light of hope mean to us today? It means choosing hope as a courageous act of will in the face of adversity. It means recognizing that the greatest treasure of the heart, compassion, courage, and hope, cannot be destroyed by any tragedy or disaster. It also means taking action for others, knowing that in doing so, we kindle a light that illuminates a new tomorrow for ourselves and for others. Founder Ikeda placed immense expectations upon us. He called upon us to be eternal young founders, to preserve the university founding spirit and foster genuine camaraderie among all Soka students and alumni. He urged us to carry the light of hope into every corner of our lives and community, to be the sunshine that announces the arrival of spring wherever we go. Whether we graduated a decade ago or 2 decades ago, the core remains the same. Our alumni exist to support one another, to create value everywhere we go, and to infuse the Soka values of humanism, pacifism, and global citizenship into our professional and personal lives. To the class of 2006, we are the trailblazers. When we graduated, we stepped into a world still finding its way after 9/11. Yet we embodied the Soka spirit of resilience, demonstrating that no challenge is beyond human comprehension and reach. To the class of 2016, you are the bridge between eras. You carried forward the founder's vision during a time of global transition, and you have continued to shine that light in your community and professions. Together, we are the story no one expected and the hope no one can deny. We are shaping our shared future.
We hope that this weekend serves as an opportunity to reflect on the last 10 and 20 years. It's okay. Contemplate. It's the culture of care right here. Everybody. We hope this weekend serves as an opportunity to reflect on the last 10 or 20 years, contemplate our mission as global citizens committed to leading a contributive life, and carry the determination we have as graduates of Soka University of America back home across the world. So in closing, welcome home. Congratulations to the class of 2006 and 2016.
Thank you, Sochet and Stuart. Although our board members are not here to join us in person today, they wanted to share a special message just for our two classes. Please enjoy this heartfelt message from Mafe, Sonal, and Fumihiko.
Hello, class of 2006 and class of 2016. I'm Mafe. I'm from the class of 2005, coming to you from Busan, South Korea.
And I'm Sonal from the class of 2009, sending warm greetings from Tokyo, Japan.
And I'm Fumihiko from class of 2008. On behalf of the Sohokai Alumni Association, we want to say, welcome home, brothers and sisters. We are so excited for your reunion.
Class of 2006, 20 years, can you believe it? I still remember vividly 20 years ago when I saw you walk off the beautiful SUA campus of the second. From the class of 2005, coming to you from Busan, South Korea.
And I'm Sonal from the class of 2009, sending warm greetings from Tokyo, Japan.
And I'm Fumihiko from class of 2008. On behalf of the Sohokai Alumni Association, we want to say, welcome home, brothers and sisters. We are so excited for your reunion.
Class of 2006, 20 years, can you believe it? I still remember vividly 20 years ago when I saw you walk off the beautiful SUA campus of the second graduating class of SUA, blazing a trail for every Soka student who came after you. You continue to live Founder Ikeda's words from his commencement message to your class, pioneers who forge on through the impossible.
And the class of 2016, 10 years. A full decade of carrying the light of hope into the world. Founder Ikeda sent you off with a beautiful charge, like an eagle ruling the skies. Dare to take flight, and like a lion ruling the earth, hurtle onward without fear or hesitation. We hope you keep on daring to take your life to even greater heights.
What makes today so special is that we are celebrating together. Two classes, 10 years apart. Each is your own stories, your own wisdom, your own unique way of being Soka. And in this reunion, all of that comes together in our shared home.
Last year, we held the very first combined reunion. Classes of 2005, my class, and class of 2015. And it was one of the most beautiful experiences as we continue to grow as Sohokai. We discovered so much in each other. The way each class carries the SUA spirit is so unique, so full of character, and yet so deeply the same at heart. We laughed together, we shared, we learned from one another, and we left more energized than when we arrived.
And that is exactly what a reunion is for. Not just to look back, but to recharge, to breathe, to remember who you are and what you stand for, surrounded by people who truly get it, because they lived it too.
Founder Ikeda wrote to the class of 2006, quote, though you may leave this campus today, we will never be apart. This reunion is proof of that. Across 20 years and 10 years, across continents and time zones, you found your way back to each other. That is the Sohokai. Sohokai keeps growing across time, across space, across generations. We now span the globe, and with every passing years, our network of care and friendship grows deeper and wider.
As we look towards 2030, our Sohokai theme is towards 100 years of Soka education, creating peace for our shared humanity. We're honoring where we come from and committing to where we're going together, building peace where I am. This is the spirit that just as we are, right where we are, we can build peace. We are building peace, helping each other build peace. This is the spirit that our care for one another creates an expansive network across the globe. Inspiring the world to build peace is the spirit that our stories Our every action has the power to inspire not just each other, but the entire planet.
These themes are really a description of who you already are. You have been building peace in your families, your communities, your work, and this reunion is a chance to see just how far that ripple has spread.
My t-shirt today says, never goodbye, only hello. With this spirit, please enjoy every moment of this reunion. Let yourselves be restored by these connections. Share your stories, ask questions, listen to each other. The class of 2006 has wisdom the class of 2016 has been waiting to hear. And the class of 2016 carries an energy that will light up your brothers and sisters who came before you.
Class of 2006, you are our beloved pioneers, our older brothers and sisters. Thank you for 20 years of showing us what it means to live the Soka spirit.
To both of you, we love you, we celebrate you, and we cannot wait to be together. Welcome home.
Thank you to our incredible board members for their encouraging and warm message. We wish they could be here with us this weekend, but I feel like this video message felt like they were really on campus with us here today.
It is now my pleasure to introduce one of our alumni, Nobue Amanuma from the class of 2006. She will share her reflections on her journey after graduating from Soka. Please join me in welcoming Nobue.
Hi everyone, I'm Nobue from class of 06. Next slide, please. Every time I attend a Soka reunion, I always remember this powerful speech from the founder to the Soka High School students back then in 1969. He proposed that they meet in the 21st century, and he said, "Don't think that you're not worthy of coming to the reunion because you feel you haven't achieved much, or because you haven't attained a leadership position at work. Anyone who has been nurtured at Soka schools is a person entrusted with a glorious mission. Whether you hold a high or low position, has a high or low social status, is rich or poor, none of that matters. What matters is the kind of life you live, a life grounded in humanism." Next slide, please. The last time I was here was for our 10-year reunion, and at that time, my UN contract had just ended, and I was jobless, frantically applying for a next position, taking a written exam in here on campus. Fast forward to today, and interestingly, I am between contracts again. I'm half jobless and navigating a midlife crisis. But I showed up anyway. Without even a bit of shame. I'm here because this is my home, and I know that you, my friends, will not judge me based on my job title or status anyway. These lifelong bonds that we created here is actually incredibly rare in the outside world, I think. And I really feel fortunate that we forged this kind of friendship here. Next slide, please. I graduated in 2006 with a dream of working for sustainable development at the United Nations. My first 10 years after Soka were relatively straightforward. After earning a master's degree, I landed a job at the World Bank, worked at the Japanese embassy in Ghana, and eventually moved to Thailand with the United Nations. Next slide, please. Throughout this entire journey, I had Soka friends around me. It felt like it was just a continuation of campus life where we supported each other constantly. I had countless opportunities to offer advice, feeling that I was opening a path for those coming behind me, especially those who would pursue the similar dream of working for the United Nations. On the family side, it was during this first decade that my father was diagnosed with stage 4 blood cancer. But with support from many, including the founder, he overcame the illness. Next slide, please.
The second 10 years were more complex. In 2017, I returned to Japan to work for an environmental research institute where I experienced the severe reverse culture shock. I remember calling our classmate Rei Kanemura just to vent about the gender insensitive comment I faced at work. Remember? Eventually, however, as Ray advised, I managed to find peace with my environment. I carved out my own freedom. And I also co-published a book with my colleagues on sustainable development. Thank you. And continue working with the United Nations on some projects, and enjoy my life as an independent person. And now looking back, I wasn't opening the path for alumni in the exact same way as my first 10 years because my title wasn't as shiny. But I donated the book I wrote to Soka schools, and I also used this book to reconnect with the founder's friend who's a leading figure in Japan, whom Atsuko Achan and I had interviewed when we were 15 for a summer project. I also I ended up pioneering a lot for my colleagues at work because I was the weirdo at work with a lot of foreign experiences and doing a lot of things that other Japanese people wouldn't dare to do. So my HR manager later thanked me, saying that I paved the way for other colleagues and broke through barriers effortlessly. All that changed, however, when I became a parent 4 years ago during the COVID pandemic. I felt like I had lost control over my life and I was no longer independent or free. Although I managed to keep my job, working remotely made me feel incredibly isolated. All of this led to severe identity crisis. On top of that, a few months after a very difficult labor, followed by numerous health issues, my husband, who's French, was offered a permanent position in France. Given how low I felt, it was a tough decision, but we packed up and moved to the French countryside 2.5 years ago. Next slide, please. So, right now, we're raising a child in a country where I don't even speak the language. To make matters worse, we live in Finistère, a region literally known among the French as the end of the world. As you can imagine, life has been tough. I was incredibly fortunate to keep my job during this transition period, working almost full-time, but I'm coming to realize that it may not last forever. I need to become more grounded in where I am, which is France. It was in this context that I started to ask myself, what's next in my life? I still want to work towards sustainable development, but looking at what's happening in the world right now with climate change and how it's dealt with, I honestly often feel hopeless. I also know that I'm not going to be the next Secretary General of the United Nations or a major influencer. So this sense of hopelessness and loss of direction is the heart of my midlife crisis. Searching for answers, I opened the pages of Dear Global Citizens, a collection of the founder's speeches and messages. As if he knew exactly what I was going through, he repeatedly emphasized one word, hope. And he said, next slide, please. Your potential is boundless. Even if the entire world resigns itself to despair, I expect that you, here, two other men, in this case, Mikhail Gorbachev and Nelson Mandela, will continue to fight for humanity to the very end. For this reason, I ask you to spend your days developing and strengthening your character as you polish your wisdom. To foster such courageous leaders is the mission of Soka University of America. I realized that so many younger alumni are far more capable, talented, and in more advanced positions in society, opening the path that I couldn't open. They have an important role to play for the SUA community and the world, but looking back, I see how much I've been supported and encouraged by so many people, and they don't always have these big titles. They're the ones who continue to care for me, connect with me, share both struggles and happy moments with me. So I can do the same for others. And this can have as big impact as having a big title and making a big, contribution to the society, I think. So as a graduate of the pioneer class, I will continue taking perhaps modest but continuous action in my own environment to generate hope, both for myself and for others. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nobue, for sharing your story, inspiring us with your hope and with what you've been able to accomplish over these last 2 decades. Wow. Thank you.
And while we have all spread our wings and are contributing to society in all parts of the world, SUA has continued to grow and evolve while remaining rooted in the values that unite us all. On behalf of the university, we'd like to now share some exciting updates and developments about our beloved SUA campus since we've graduated.
As many of you are already aware, the fifth concentration was launched here at Soka in 2020 to offer an interdisciplinary, research-based science curriculum that is designed to give students the opportunity to plan their own path, whether this is in pre-medicine, biological fieldwork, molecular chemistry, or physical therapy. Any science-related path, Soka can take you there. The launch of the life sciences concentration also led to further expansion and growth of the student body, academic facilities, and new residence halls.
Since the inaugural Global Citizen Award was presented in 2021, these remarkable individuals have been recognized with Soka's Global Citizen Award for their lifelong contributions or for significant initiatives that embody the essential qualities of global citizenship and address some of the most pressing challenges facing society and the world.
Highlighting some of Soka's campus enhancements, we have to begin with the opening of Soka Heritage Hall in October 2022. This beautiful addition to campus chronicles the history and heritage of Soka University of America and honors the founders of Soka education, Tsunesaburo Makiguchi, Josei Toda, and Daisaku Ikeda. Since yesterday afternoon, many of us here have already had the opportunity to tour this incredible space, and we hope everyone will take time to visit Heritage Hall during this reunion weekend.
The third floor meeting room in Founders Hall features photographs of distinguished scholars and dignitaries with whom our founder met and engaged in dialogue.
Another wonderful addition to our SUA campus, the Nieves Observatory, was unveiled in 2020 and was made possible through the generosity of the Louis and Linda Nieves Family Foundation. Since its opening, the telescope has supported student learning and research at SUA while allowing students around the world to participate through its remote capabilities. The observatory reflects SUA's vision of expanding global citizenship beyond Earth by bringing students and researchers together to explore and deepen our understanding of the physical universe.
Another addition to our campus was the creation of the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion in 2020. The mission of this office is to partner with all university constituents to foster respect and appreciation for diversity, a commitment to equity, and the realization of a culture where every community member feels a genuine sense of belonging.
One final highlight is the creation of the Soka Institute for Global Solutions in 2022, inspired by university founder Daisaku Ikeda's vision of a more human-centered world through global citizenship education. Among its initiatives is the Nuclear Abolition Project, which promotes disarmament education through programs for college students, educators, and youth. This photo is from the last conference here earlier this month.
As we continue our celebration, I'm very excited to hear from someone very special in our class. Please join me in welcoming John Junkwa, class of 2016, representing the Junkwa family.
All right, can everyone hear me? Fabulous, thank you. It's so hard to follow all this speeches and speakers, so thank you for having me. And yes, I used to have a beard. That was the one time it did not go well. But next slide, please. Again, for the people who don't know me, hello everyone. I'm Jonathan. I'm from class of 2016. I was at SUA. I was a soccer player and concentrated in SBS. And I married Kana, who's back over there, in the summer after junior year. And I'm here with our 3 kids, Akane, Hiroki, and Nao, who are doing a wonderful job over there. Next slide, please. So, I was asked to talk about our journey since graduation from the perspective of career and family. So I thought that I would provide some context for my training through medicine. To start off, life science concentration is now here, but we didn't have it while I was here at SUA. So to fulfill these requirements, I enrolled in Scripps College in Claremont as part of the post-baccalaureate program, and to complete all the required courses in 1 year while working part-time in assisted living. And Kana was working 7 days a week at the time to kind of support us through my education. For those who know Scripps College, yes, I was one of the token Scripps males as part of the women's college over there. Stuart knows that very well working there at this time. I switched to working full-time while applying to medical school after finishing post-bac and was accepted at Soka University, California, for the DO and PH dual degree program. During that time, Akane was born, my oldest, between the summer of my first and second year. And if you click just 2 times, I think that you'll see some photos pop up. Yes, there they are. And then Hiroki was born during my 3rd year of medical school over in Bakersfield, after moving there to finish my 3rd and 4th year of clinical rotations. I graduated in 2022 and matched into pediatric residency over at OHSU, Oregon Health and Science University, where I did my 3 years of training to become a pediatrician over in Portland, Oregon. Nao was born in my 2nd year of the program, and one more clip, please. There she is. She had just eaten a cupcake. It was delicious. After graduating there, I'm currently 1 year into my 3-year fellowship to become a developmental and behavioral pediatrician at UC Davis in Sacramento. As you might imagine, based off the career trajectory thus far, Kana's been more pleased with my training locations as time goes on. So, I've dragged her around a lot of different places now. Now that we're done with the boring bits, let's talk about, what life has been like with our growing family. One more click, please. There we are. Oh, one more. Back. There we are. So, okay. First of all, while Kana preferred to watch me blabber on by myself up here, and watch from the sidelines today, I think that she has a really insightful perspective on being a spouse in medicine that she'd be willing to share outside of the context of giving this experience. And second of all, these photos cover the last 7 out of the 10 years of our life after graduating. And if it looks a little bit chaotic and a little bit squished, it was. And it's reflective of our experience over the last few years here. Overall, right, like life has been crazy, it's been fulfilling, it's been rewarding, it's been tiring. And some of the parts I would only do again if I absolutely had to. And so, on the right side of the collage is kind of like some pictures from medical school and residency. There's been some highs and lows, evidenced by me passing out on the floor on a rug next to my son. But you can see, Akane smiling in the top right corner next to a bunch of Post-it notes, where she was counting down when Daddy would come home from away rotations after being away for a month. She's also tried to stay up in the middle of the night just to say, Dad, you won't leave if I stay up, right? No. Outside of that, like Hiroki's watched me pass out on the floor far too many times, like in the photo. And they all have now learned to say, Daddy, nenaide. Or don't sleep while I'm reading books. It's become a regular thing, which is unfortunate, but it's real. And there's also been some like really high points, right, with graduation and things like that. And the kids are always wondering, where's Daddy taking us next? Which has been a wonderful ride. And the truth really was, through all these photos, that the kids in Kana have truly gone through training with me as much as I have, and I really believe that that's kind of shaped my career later on. So, you know, this as a whole, and I think this is all true. This is true for any career, right? In addition to getting the best training that I could, my goal was essentially to make sure that the kids did not hate medicine by the end of training. I'm not sure whether I succeeded. The truth will come out later, probably. But I learned that, you know, the kids really did not care at all what I was doing for work, what happened during the last night shift, or the imposter syndrome that I carry and continue to carry going through training. You know, they really just cared about my presence and involvement and the quality of time that I spent with them. And, you know, in the midst of the constant pressure to make choices for career advancement over the course of the beginning part of my career, I've learned to prioritize. And there was a lot of advice, some resonating more than others. And at the end of the day, there were really no right answers. It was only what I wanted to do. And, you know, I was very happy to find a specialty that allows me to be the best version of myself, both in career and as a parent. One of the big draws was there's no night shifts. Your weekends are free, and that was enough for me. Along with being able to work with kids who have developmental disabilities, autism, Down syndrome, genetic conditions, things like that, which really spoke to me. And, you know, I continue to be humbled by the job of parenting each of my children who are vastly different in personalities and what they need at the various stages of their lives. You know, I really can't say that I found the balance between career and family. I mean, I don't think I ever really will. I think some of the best advice that I've received is you really just overcompensate one way or another, and you find out eventually how to balance both. And, you know, I'm looking forward to kind of growing in both of those arenas over the next few decades. And I also want to put in a plug for the fact that my experience is nothing compared to the dual working parents within here in this group, as well as kind of mothers in demanding careers for whom I really have the deepest respect. So, you know, I wanted to really thank you all for kind of accepting us as a family here back into this group. It really does feel like coming back home. And, you know, thank you for listening, and looking forward to the rest of this weekend. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, John. Thank you, John and Kana, for sharing your family's beautiful journey with us.
Now it's time for a special performance by our 06 and 16 Josho Daiko performers. We also have a recent grad, Takayuki, who's joining in support of the alumni performance. Take it away.
John.
One, two, three.
Performance. Nothing has changed. Let's give Joshua Daika Performance another big round of applause.
Now, to offer closing remarks, it is my great honor to invite President Ed Feasel to the stage. Please join me in welcoming President Feasel.
I get a new cover. Good morning. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back home. I know it's been a while for many of you to come back, but it really is my pleasure as president to welcome you back to your home here in Soka University of America. And thank you. I also, what an incredible meeting to have to celebrate your reunions and to welcome you back. I can't believe Joshua Daika was able to put together a performance. I'm not sure if they were practicing over Zoom or what, but isn't that incredible? No, just in the last, or just now. Wow, incredible. Anyway, either way, it's fantastic, fantastic. And the stories that were shared from John, thank you so much. I always respect John so much because he did the whole medical school thing when we didn't have life sciences. And there were several in the classes before we had the new concentration that did that. But John was definitely one of the most recent. He's become a great resource for our current students. And Nobue, oh my God, she was my student. I never knew she was such a comedian. That's incredible, so I'm so impressed, and I can't wait to hear more of her comedy. And of course, our class representatives, thank you for all your work over the time of your service, and also for these reunions. To be class representative as the reunion comes up is also quite a bit of work, so thank you for all that. And our incredible MCs, thank them for everything. It's just really been incredible. So as I think about, class of 2006, I was your Dean of Students for 3 of your 4 years. So I got to know many of you quite well, and I'm so happy to welcome you back. Class of 2016, I was your Dean of Faculty for 4 years, and that's a little bit different. And so I know for the class of 2016, some took my classes, although I was teaching less because of my administrative role. But otherwise, for many of you, I didn't get to know you too well because if you ever saw the Dean of Faculty, it meant there was an issue. And that's, you wanted to avoid that. So, but I'm looking forward to getting to know all of you better as time goes on. And I think the updates were wonderful here. They really shared a lot of it, what's happened over the last 6 years since our 20th anniversary, the new building, the new things that have been developed, campus enhancements. And I really do hope that all of you take advantage of seeing that so you can see how your home has expanded. And it was interesting coming here. People were saying class of 2006 wouldn't know where the Black Box Theater is, right? Because this wasn't here for you. All these student clubs use this space so much now, right? And I'm sorry we didn't have it at that time. But your children will be able to enjoy it, along with the science building. Actually, I read some of the messages that our founder, Mr. Ikeda, sent to your classes, and I wanted to just share some of the parts of those and some reflections that I had. And to the commencement ceremony of the class of 2006, he wrote, "The students of SUA are truly blessed, embraced so thoroughly by caring people around the world, people who always extend their concern and support, who make your growth and success their own pride and joy. For you to continue with your refinement as individuals and become worthy leaders dedicated to the service of humanity, that more than anything is a way to repay your debt of gratitude." And I thought it's just amazing, in your commencement, how he started with this spirit of gratitude. And I think all of you, 2006, 2016, or most of you have received generous financial aid from SUA. And that's only possible because of our donors. You see their names all over this campus, And as president, I get to meet a lot of those donors. But honestly, our donors are growing older. And it's almost every week I get a notice that, unfortunately, one of our donors has passed away. But because of them, we are able to support you financially. And I really feel now is the time for Sohokai to take on that responsibility, to be the foundation of SUA, so that we can continue to support students from all over the world to come here, to become global citizens. Anyway, he continued in his commencement. "The world in which we live today, jarred as it is by inexorable dramatic change, demands new expressions of creative wisdom. It eagerly awaits the appearance of individuals that are imbued with the vision and energy that can be trusted to build a grander, better world. And it is you, the students and graduates of SUA, who will meet these lofty expectations of our era by serving as the pioneers of a new frontier in this century. For you embrace a robust philosophy that reveres the inherent dignity of life. You possess the responsive wisdom that joyfully creates value. You possess the character that nurtures harmony while respecting diversity. And you possess the courage to remain true to your convictions. I ask you to inspire hope where there is suffering, amplify unity where there is conflict, and impel progress where there is stagnation. And in doing so, usher in a truly global renaissance by fulfilling the roles which you were meant to fulfill. Nothing would be more dear and meaningful to me than to know that you will always treasure the splendid bonds of friendship nurtured at SUA, ties that cannot be equaled anywhere in the world, that you will care for and encourage one another as you triumph over adversity and challenge encountered upon the great stage of life. And I just thought, this is something that is similar to both messages that he gave to both classes, acknowledging the suffering that's in the world. 2006, came 1 year after, they arrived 1 year after 9/11, as was shared earlier. But today there's great suffering in the world too, with the wars that are going on, the increase in nuclear proliferation or the threat of nuclear weapons. And so he asked you to remember your service to humanity, that our role as a global citizen includes that service to humanity. And interesting, he says, to really rely on your friendships of the alumni, to really encourage each other through this struggle. And to the class of 2016, I wanted to read from the entrance ceremony, which I was very moved. He said, "SUA is surging ahead faster now than ever before, infused with renewed energy in its second act of pioneering advancement. Many of our alumni have gone on to distinguish themselves throughout the world in numerous fields and disciplines, from academia and education to business, law, and medicine, and are contributing mightily to advance peace, prosperity, and happiness for all humanity. To the class of 2016, I ask you to carry forward the proud tradition of excellence achieved by those who preceded you here." So as you entered here, he acknowledged the previous 11 classes and how much the alumni have created, what they've achieved, and asked you to follow in that stead. But what really struck me here is he said, SUA in its second act of pioneering advancement. And in fact, when you graduated in 2016, in his commencement message to you, he said, class of 2016, the proud movers and builders who represent this school's second act of pioneering advancement. And so, as was mentioned earlier, 2006 and 2016 is like this bridge for SUA, from this first act to this second act. And we continue to be in this second act here at SUA, but the profound role that you played. And he goes on in his entrance ceremony, he quotes Goethe. He said, Goethe wrote, "A man's true value no one can measure, who has not himself suffered heat and cold." And Mr. Ikeda continues, "Given the sublime sense of purpose with which you lead your lives, the distress and difficulties that you will have to endure may be far greater than that faced by others. Yet it is only by persevering in times of hardship and forging inner strength that your youth will shine with meaning, enabling you to develop the adamantine character and wisdom with which to embrace and lead people with compassion. Adversity, then, is indeed the best teacher, an immutable principle in the fostering of genuinely cultured men and women." I thought this was very profound, that in your mission, in life, you will face great adversity. It's just a fact of life. But to really remember, what you learned here at SUA and the spirit you developed here at SUA. He continues. To the class of 2016, then, I must ask you this. Do not become confined by the myopic or provincial. Allow your mind and spirit to expand ever outward instead, and embrace the entire world as your homeland. Scale humanity's grandest heights with the great philosophers of history as your friends, and pioneer paths of unsurpassed wisdom. As the song Light of Hope proudly proclaims, this troubled world in which we live awaits the great anticipation for the day that you, as students and alumni of SUA, cast the light of hope far and wide and unfurl the banners of freedom and humanity for all. I urge you to forge friendships that will endure for a lifetime with your schoolmates, for you all share deep karmic bonds, and add the most precious and meaningful chapters to the chronicles of your youth, a legacy of achievement that you will be proud of for all time. Do so with fortitude, in good cheer, and free from constraint. And so I was really struck by the similarity of the messages for both the classes, right? Acknowledging the suffering in the world, referring to the light of hope, where he talks about the suffering that's in the world. But that our mission as global citizens in the service of humanity, to create value in our communities, to create value on a global scale as much as possible. And in doing so, to rely on your own confidence with the friendship of your alumni, with the friendship of your classmates, not to forget about those dreams of your youth that you developed here. And from the class of 2006, he said, do this based on gratitude for everything you received. And for the class of 2016, he said, do this expecting adversity as part of life, And so I was really struck by this quote, do not become confined by the myopic or provincial. And I think he really is encouraging us to expand our ability as much as we can and expand our scope of influence gradually over time. And, there's a quote I've always remembered that really has inspired me. And it says to transcend the walls that confine us. And oftentimes these walls, we get used to them. But to really think about transcending those walls. And I remember when I was young, and remember a speech where I was at where Mr. Ikeda was sharing, kind of joking with the audience. It was all youth, students. But he said, the differences between human beings and animals is that human beings can create history. And what a shame it would be if you didn't create a great history with your life. And I've always kept that with me. And so I've always thought about what history, am I creating? And I really think, when he encourages us toward these lofty ideals, he's encouraging us to be proactive. and to not become confined by the myopic or provincial. That when we look and try to develop a vision for the future of how we can help in the service of humanity, then we can bring out our greatest capability. So I really want to again welcome you and thank you for everything. I hope you enjoyed this reunion weekend. I want to thank you for all your support of SUA as we through the years and as we advance. And I'm not sure many of you may have heard some exciting news is that we're in the process of potentially acquiring the Monterey Institute of International Studies in Monterey from Middlebury College. And so we anticipate by the end of the summer, we'll do our due diligence. And so SUA will have another campus in Northern California, a Southern and Northern California campus. And we're planning on maintaining some of the master's programs there. It's an entirely graduate campus, professional degrees in translation and interpretation, in international development and governance, and also non-proliferation. All of those fit SUA's mission and values. And so it's a natural fit. And so I hope sometime in the future, who knows, maybe your 20th or 30th or 40th anniversaries will be held up in Monterey. But anyway, I thank you for your support. Please enjoy this reunion together and the weekend here at SUA. Thank you very much.
Thank you again so much, President Fiesel.
And we can't conclude our opening session without coming together to sing The Light of Hope. We'd like to invite everyone to please stand up and join us in singing our school song.
Determined to fulfill the dance of my mission. All that wants the sun is above the hill, and our campus is fading gold. All right, arise from here, keep shining on beyond 1,000 years. On every path and every stone resides a founding spirit. The spirit is my own. For the sake of the people, I will study and learn. Fearlessly and without cease, and for the world. Create a new future of happiness for humankind. Here is my purpose now, to ride the sea with learning in pursuit of my youthful dream. Determined youth emerges from the earth, the beating pulse of life grows stronger as we gather. Global citizens uniting years past, like triumphant day. Lessons learned online. We're going to society and do the best we can to shatter the door of life, to live a life. Engage in new construction, our lives forever bound as one. Today we live around, creating bridges of dialogue, so justice may be done. Beneath the shining canopy of stars, we wander the words of fingers through the ages. My young friends, I entrust my dreams to you. I am counting on you to spread watching the dog through the wall. I offer and dedicate to you the light of ashes and names that we bring
I think the ice is broken. Before we conclude, Rush from the Office of Alumni Relations has a few important announcements to share.
Good morning, all. Let me just actually. Okay, so then Thank you. Good morning, all. It was so heartwarming to listen to all of your stories and throughout the weekend meeting all of you. We do have some important announcements to make sure everything goes smoothly. So first of all, we have the pool. It will be open during lunchtime, and if you're planning to swim, please check out a pool towel. Afterwards, you can bring the towel back to your room, and when you check out, you can bring it with your linens. However, I know there are some guests who will not be staying on campus, so you can just bring the towel after you use it to the checkout table once you're done today. Second of all, we can move on to tonight's commemorative dinner. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so regarding the seating, we do have some families that have young children with them. Therefore, we will have some tables that are reserved specifically for them. And regarding the dorms, you're more than welcome to have as much fun as you would like. And if you want to throw a party, please go ahead. However, the only thing is, please remember to clean up afterwards so that there's not a lot of work for the custodial staff, and we can avoid any extra work that could be created for them. So thank you for that. And then we also have some tours that are happening. So one of the tours is the Heritage Hall tour. Today we have tours from 3 to 6 p.m. And on Sunday we have from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. The shuttle service will be available outside of the cafeteria, and it will depart every 30 minutes. We also have the screening of the special documentary Light of Hope, and we have screening today, Saturday at 4 p.m. It will be 1 hour and 10 minutes. And we also have another screening on Sunday at 1 p.m. So it will be from 1 to 2:10 p.m. And this will be in Polling 216. There are a couple more announcements since we're all already gathered here. So we have our group photo here that we will be taking just in a second. And after the group photo, we will make way to the Ikeda steps, the library steps, where we will take the reunion photos, just the class photos. And then after the photos, we have lunch that will be available from the food trucks behind the gym near Lions Way Circle. I will be there to guide all of you, so if you have any issues with getting there, don't worry, we're here. And regarding the food specifically, we have the In-N-Out truck, and In-N-Out, let's go. So they will be serving hamburgers and cheeseburgers, and we also have the Lime truck, which will have serving options of ahi and potato tacos, mushroom quesadilla, and nachos. Now, everyone is welcome to enjoy whichever truck they would like. However, we do ask that we prioritize the Lime truck meals for our vegetarian and non-meat eating participants to ensure that these options are available for them. And that's all. So we'll take the group photo now. Thank you so much, all.
Thank you, Raj. So before you leave, we'd love to take a group photo led by our amazing photographer, Wachara. Should I?
sorry, I don't understand.
So if everybody could stand up, we need you all to start gathering in the middle and get close to each other, please.
Kids in the front.